Yes, my people, I don't come again to update our mindset. Yes, now, wahala no too much. The thing it don't dey reach all the corner. It don't dey hit everybody when the be say they don't expect say e go reach their turn. Yes, now, we dey talk about Emefiele wey dem suspend and evacuated from the office. At the same time, they still arrest am. Wahala no too much. Then we never talk that one finish o. Another ogbonge one again, e don still go happen again. Now, yesterday, Tinubu still go suspend EFCC chairman Bawa. Wahala is too much. For those of us when e be say yes, we never see the video of when they analyze or they talk about wetin lead to that suspension now. I go bring up this video now, make una watch am. And very important, as you dey watch am, you go make sure say you go like, share and comment so that other people never see the update, they go easily see the update and also update their mindset. That is the first video. Now watch.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu approving the indefinite suspension from office. Mr. Abdurrashid Bawa as the chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Mr. Alex, you can go first.
Well, I think just an interview I granted to a media house recently, I did tell many that we have a working president now. The problem we've had in the past is that we've had a situation where people use their offices, and abuse the powers and privileges that come with such offices. I'm not directly laying any claim to against Mr. Bauer. He's been put under investigation now, so it's expected that the outcome of the investigation will be made open. That is one difference I believe Asari Dokubo stands for. You see, another thing is that a lot of people did not know Asari Dokubo and only perceived him based on the insinuations that is out there, which a lot of people, for the sake of election, branded him. But what I'm happy now is that the rhetoric is changing. From everyone you have conversation on the street now is the same. We didn't even expect that this would be the outcome. And I'm saying this is just the test of the iceberg. When you come into an environment that is so denigrated, the ideal thing would be to, first of all, cleanse the environment. Because so long as you have negativities within an environment, it will not allow you achieve a purpose that you have set out to do. And the one thing that I'm happy is that in any of the so far moves that the president has made so far, you can see the overwhelming joy of the people that he's setting them free. Going also by what we heard, the suspension of the CBN governor. It was welcomed on the street like as if it was a wild jubilation of celebration. So I think there's a lot of things that has been happening in the past that we need to set the games right. We cannot continue to live in a nation where people, have a gross misconduct, and live in impunity and do things because they are the helm of affairs and always get away with it. I think one change is now beginning to re-echo in the minds of those, even those that it has not touched, that yes, this thing will get to them finally. The game is up for the days of impunity because Nigeria is our own country. We have no other country as Nigeria. So if we don't take care of Nigeria, nobody else will. And I'm happy that the president is taking this gradually by, first of all, giving time to assess the situation and not on hearsay. I'm sure that there must have been a fact before the president for him to have made any of the decisions he has made. And if he has placed him on investigation and suspended until the investigation is concluded, that is the ideal situation. And also, it's a right signal to all other parastatals and ministries, which we are all patiently waiting for until it gets to their own turn, because we cannot continue in this barbaric way. We've had so much gross misconduct and abuse of powers and privileges. And the worst aspect of it was that these things keep reoccurring in the faces. I remember that in the previous administration, Nigerians got tired of complaining and as such had to put their rest to their case, because it was as if the more you complain about a certain individual, the more the individual is given more powers and also accumulations. And we're beginning to see some of these debts now that the carpets they were swept under now being, open. Only God knows what will come out more as the days unfold. So it's a commendable move, and the Nigerians are behind the president. I can tell you that aside during the Jonathan's administration, no other president is getting the same support as what Bola Tinubu is getting currently now.
All right, so Sir Kenny, how commendable is this move?
You remember we had a program just before the president was sworn into office. If you remember that on that program, I clearly said that President Bola Tinubu will have to distance himself from a lot of the policies of Buhari. A couple of people didn't understand what I was trying to say, but that is what is happening now. I remember we also said he had to step on toes, and you also asked me a very direct question as regards that. I remember that program very well. I also agreed with you that there were very tough decisions that the president was going to make. Now, Bawa was accused of paying thousands of dollars for almost 9 or 10 hotel rooms when they went on Hajj. And I didn't see any reaction from him. And it was mind-boggling if we had the almost 300 or 200 and something thousand dollars that was incurred in terms of bills, and the evidence was there. I actually thought he was going to react, because that I was taken aback when I first of all heard that allegation. Because if you are the chairman of EFCC, you must live above board. You can't be incurring a bill of about $300,000 and you say people will not raise, on just hotel bills if it was true, because it was an allegation, which he did not actually react to. And don't forget too that President Tinubu is privy to security reports that we are not privy to. And he's also privy to a lot of intelligence reports that we are not privy to. So for him to have taken this decision, it shows that he must have gotten very serious intelligence and substantial facts that he wants to be further investigated. But one thing he has to do is that he has to make it open to Nigerians, because Nigerians at this point will want to say, look, we want to know why the chairman of the EFCC is being removed. Hope he's not being removed so that you can bring in somebody who will be teleguided. So those facts and those evidences should be put on the door of the public, or on the court of the public opinion, so that people can judge for themselves. And I expect that Tinubu will certainly do that. He wouldn't have just suspended him from office without making people aware of his allegations. One of the things that Buhari was condemned for was that when he removed Magu, till today, the white paper has not been released. And these were the things that people condemned his administration for. And exactly the war on corruption, which we could not have given a pass mark. And one of the mantras he came into office was security, economy, and war against corruption. So removal of Bawa, Nigerians will welcome it if they are convinced that he actually abused his office. But I just gave you an example of an allegation that was made, and I didn't hear a rebuttal from him. So as the days go by, we'll have to keep our fingers crossed.
Yes, my people. I don't watch and finish, Abi. Shebun, I don't watch them. I don't see the reason why. This one is just the main one when they talk about it. And when they make this allegation, him no come out to say anything. Say yes, this is a lie or not true. In your lock up, which means everything they talk not true. How you as an EFCC chairman, they carry $300 and something go pay for hotel room, about 9-10 hotel rooms for waiting? Which example are you showing? Which person money to pay for that hotel? Now your money? That is the first video. Then the Ogbonga one for inside. That's the second video. Now the video of, when I know say about few days back, I made a video concerning Asari Dokubo, when they say he regret of supporting Tinubu when nobody, even ant, no fit associate with him. He still stand by his feet and rig the election with him, and he supported him with all his life. They regret to. That one never do. So yesterday again, when he made that video, till now it's not up to 1 week. When he made that video, let me say roughly 1 week. When he made that video, say yes, they regret. Now again, industry come up again, cause he drop another one again. Say yes, Tinubu are the best man, as in Tinubu are the best candidate for the presidential election. Say yes, say if Tinubu no work, make Nigeria hold and responsible. And this is the same man when just make a video not quite long, complaining that he's regretting of supporting this same man. Now again now, you see they make another video say yes, this man so na the best man, and if he no work, make them hold am responsible. So you can imagine, even black.
So for me, this is one of the biggest steps. Like I said, I've always said, I'm not apologetic. I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible. Because I have known him since 1992, and I know what he stands for. And I can stand in the gap between him and the people and say this thing. This is a step that my brother Goodluck failed to take, even when he had the opportunity. This is a step that, after talking no subsidy, General Muhammad Buhari was not able to take. Ahmed Bola Tinubu took it from the first day. Now you take about 8 trillion naira every year. This is wickedness. And you use it to service the gluttonous appetite of a few people. Because they shout, because they have the cameras like I have today. So they set the agenda for the people while the people are suffering. I believe that the 8 trillion, about $10 billion, will change the fortunes of education, will change the fortunes of health, will change the fortunes of agriculture and road transport. What I am opposed to is for NLC, Nupeng and others to go and to say, these people do not constitute even 1% of the population of this country, that palliatives should be given to them. If palliatives are given to NLC, to Nupeng, to Pengasin, to ASU, to ASUP, what of the ordinary people who are not employed, who are not represented, who are toiling day and night? Why should there be a discrimination? This country belongs to all of us. It's not because you are even eating from the country. As a member of NLC, as a member of TOG, as a member of all these organizations. And then you are demanding that you should be given privileges that are not given to me, are not given to the ordinary people. It is wrong. Money should not be diverted from these funds. Like conduit pipe, we have had PTF, we have had other this thing. These monies did not actually get to the people. We are hearing that the humanitarian minister, the former woman, said she spent 500 billion every month in trying to lift people out of poverty. These are conduit pipe. They do not portend well for the people. What we are demanding is this. This money should be directed to the people. Directly to the people. To education. To health. To agriculture. To fixing our road and our railway, so that, and to paying our loans to China, so that we don't wake up one day for China to come and fight us. We don't wake up one morning for China to come and fight us. The money should be channeled in paying up our debt. Nigeria should be a country that is proud that we are debt free.